Hi, I'm Simon with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to repair your appliance. Are you ready? Remember, anytime you work on your appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also, you need to turn off the water to the refrigerator. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the water filter housing assembly in a Samsung refrigerator. It's going to be a very easy repair. Should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. For this job, we're going to need a Phillips screwdriver, a couple of flat-blade screwdrivers, and a utility knife. When you unwrap the package, you're going to get a new water filter housing assembly. The water filter housing assembly is located inside the fresh food compartment between the vegetable drawers. The assembly includes the housing, the water inlet valve, the water tank, the water filter itself, and the water lines. If you are experiencing water puddles under the vegetable drawers and at the bottom of the section, or there are no ice cubes inside the ice maker, or water won't dispense, it's time to check the water filter housing assembly and replace it if needed. To get to the part, we need to open both doors. So we need to pull out both drawers. So we have two clips here, symmetrical, one on each side, and we need to push in at the same time to release the shelf. I'm going to use a couple of flat-blade screwdrivers. If you got strong fingers, you can do it without the screwdrivers. I'm going to press it in and lift it up. So I'm going to lift it up and pull it out. Alright, so then we can remove its shelf. Be careful, don't break the glass. What you see here is the water filter housing assembly. To proceed with removal of this part, we need to go in the back of the fridge and disconnect all the water lines. Next, we're going to remove this Phillips screw and take this cover off. I'm going to use a Phillips screwdriver. Take this hand, lift it up, and slide it out. These two tabs comes out. Now I'm going to take out this screw, Phillips screw, and take this retainer off. So another retainer. I'm going to remove this Phillips screw and take this retainer off. And one more Phillips screw. I'm going to take it out. So then we're going to remove this bracket. I'm going to use a flat-blade screwdriver and I'm going to pry out this mounting bracket. Okay. So this line which goes to the ice maker, we can just simply pull out. And the blue line which needs to be disconnected from the top on the hinge. So let's do that. So now we need to remove these frames on the left and on the right. I'm going to use the flat-blade screwdriver. I'm going to place it into the seam on the top and pry it off. Same thing here. Next, we need to remove 3 Phillips screws. Now I'm going to lift off this cover and flip it open. And this is the coupling that we need to disconnect. So we're going to pull it out from these clips here. Then we need to remove this red safety cap. I'm going to use a flat-blade screwdriver. I'm going to pry it off. And then we're going to push in this locking collar and we can remove the water line. So next we're gonna take off this red cap. Now after we release that line on the top, at the hinge we can pull this out. And we can slide the bracket off. First we're going to pull the blue line out. So we have here a locking coupler right in there, in the opening there, so which will not allow us to pull this line out. It will only allow us to push it through. So to do that we need to cut it somewhere and then we can pull it through. I'm going to use the little wooden block as a cutting surface and a knife, anything that's sharp, and we can just slice it. Oh, we have some water coming out. So now we can push this line so it will go through. Before disconnecting the coupling, I would put the towel on the floor because we might have some water in line. Then I'm going to push in the locking collar and at the same time pull the line out. Now we can remove the water filter housing assembly from the inside of the fridge. To remove it, we're going to slide it forward. And then we need to disconnect the 3 plugs at the back over there. Press the locking tab and remove the plug. And we're going to do the same thing here. And the last one at the bottom. You may need to use the flathead screwdriver to press that tab here. And now we can pull out the water lines. This is the old water filter housing assembly next to the new one. If you don't have this part, you can get it from appliancepartspros.com. Alright, we're going to feed in a new water lines into this opening at the back. So now we're going to connect the plugs. If you pay attention, you can see there's only 2 plugs here on the new one versus the 3 on the old one. But don't worry, it's going to work the same way. I'm going to plug this one in first. And now this one that goes on the top. And we're going to push it in all the way. So we're going to slide in the new water filter housing so it will lock over this tab on the bottom. I'm going to explain you which line goes where. So this one with the coupling on it will connect to this one, and that is going to the ice maker in the freezer compartment. So we're going to simply push it in. Make sure it's tight. Then this line is your inlet water line. It connects to the outside water source. The blue one goes into the water dispenser, and the gray one is your upper ice maker water supply line. So let's install those 2. We're going to put this bracket in first. I'm not putting screw yet in. Then I'm going to fill the blue water line into the left opening. We have this mark here, black line, that marks how far it goes. Also on the ice maker water line we have this black mark. That's how far it's going to go into this coupling. Remember, we cannot pull it back out, so I'm going to feed it in slowly. And stop right there. So I'm going to secure this bracket with a Phillips screw. I'm going to install this retainer on the top and secure it with the Phillips screw. So I'm going to move down and place this retainer on. And we're going to secure it also with a Phillips screw. Now we're going to put this cover on. The 2 tabs on the top goes under the metal. And push it up. And I'm going to spread this too. And put this too on the side. Press it in. And we're going to secure it with the Phillips screw. And as I told you before, this line goes into the water supply line from the house. Now we're on the top of the fridge, and we're going to remove this cap, end cap, and slide this protective red cap on. And then we can simply push in the blue wire until it will lock in. Then we're going to slide the cap on, press it on. So it will protect the coupling from accidental release of that blue wire. And now we can push it down into this holder. I'm going to put the wires out of the harm's way. Now we can place the cover panel on. And we can secure it with the 3 Phillips screws. Drop one into this opening. And using a Phillips screwdriver, I'm going to tighten it. So now we need to install these frames on. These 2 pins goes into these 2 openings. And we can slide it over. Place the pins in. And push it in. Same thing on the opposite side. Slide it over, place the pins in the holes. Press it in. Now the shell goes in. The rear end goes under those 2 slides here on the rails. Push it in and then press it down so it will lock into these tabs on the side here. I'm going to slide the drawers in slightly at the angle first, and I'm going to put it on the rails and slide it in. Same thing on the right side. And now we can close the doors. Plug the fridge in, open the water, and check if there are any leaks. Thank you for being a part of another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. For any of your future appliance repair projects, please check out our other videos available on our site, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram.